football coach Jimmy Johnson. Listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They can sure use the attention.
And this is former Major League Baseball player, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. I also hope you listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They can darn sure use the money.
Hi there. This is marine wildlife artist and conservationist Dr. Guy Harvey. Please listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They need to feel worthy.
Go yard is a metaphor used in baseball, meaning to hit a home run. Life struggles can make you feel like you just struck out. It's times like these that we need a little batting practice to pick ourselves back up and get back in the game. Whether you are dealing with marital issues, drug addiction, rebellious teens, anxiety, depression, or just generally having a bad day, call Mama Mac. If life has you down 0-2, before you strike out, learn to go yard. Go yard with Mama Mac on this radio station, Thursdays, 6 o'clock.
Hi there, I'm Dr. John.
And I'm Dr. Lisa.
Do you have medical questions you never get to ask?
Now you can ask us.
After many years of caring for children and families, we've learned that the best informed families are also the healthiest.
Are you saying knowledge is power, Dr. John?
I am, Dr. Lisa, and since you're the smart one, I hope you'll share some knowledge with me and our listeners.
Let's do this then.
Okay, we hope you join us every Monday at noon right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network for the Doctors John and Lisa Show.
Listen online at tantalk1340.com.
It's Monday! Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Morrison, and we're bringing you the good news stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page.
And good morning, everybody. This is Karena Morrison with Shop Local for Good News, and this is Monday Motivation. We're going to be talking about empowering you to empower our community this morning. We want to thank our producer, Ed, for getting up bright and early and keeping us straight. And we're also live on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page. That's Shop Local for Good Facebook page. I want to thank Lorena, our camera woman extraordinaire, for managing that technology for me. Full disclosure, she's also my rock star daughter. So thank you, Lorena, for getting up early and helping us with the show. We've got a packed show. I've found some really motivational things to do. My birthday was this week. We got to spend it with Granny, who will be 99 at the end of the month. Yay. She's our inspiration and the original. Start off the Benevolution Foundation block. Now, the Benevolution Foundation is our 501c3 nonprofit. We do raise funds for empowering all volunteer managed worthy local nonprofits in our community. We are currently accepting grant applications from our nonprofit neighbors. So if you are a leader of a local nonprofit that is 501c3 or that is registered legally as a local nonprofit, and you would like to know more about our grant program, you can send Karena at thebenevolutionfoundation.org an email with your inquiry, any questions. Or if you're on Shop Local for Good's Facebook page and you're watching us, go ahead and drop a comment with the link to your local nonprofit. If you're a serial volunteer with a worthy local nonprofit, how many times am I going to say local nonprofit? I'm a fan of local nonprofits, in case anyone can't tell, in the greater Tampa Bay area. So we're interested in learning more about what our Neighbors for Good are doing. So go ahead and drop a comment with the link to your nonprofit's page, and we'll reach out to them and send them the information about our grant application. The Benevolution Foundation, like I said, was launched this year after a couple of decades of me personally, either serving on the board of directors or helping to establish nonprofits from the local to the national level. And I find that it's most impactful if you work with locally focused nonprofits. So, and it's even more impactful if you donate to the ones who don't have as much of an overhead. So that's why I choose to work with the all volunteer managed ones. Just a quick shout out to the two 2019 nonprofits that we are currently working with. Bailey's Way Rescue Group is a local, it's actually Greater Tampa Bay. And what they do is they offer rescue for puppy dogs that are either in kill shelters or that are that are having medical needs that they're help with, and they need help. What I love about Bailey's Way Rescue Group is they're not a brick and mortar shelter. They are just full on all volunteers that offer foster care for the animals. And then that gives Bailey's Way Rescue Group the opportunity to apply the funds that are raised to the actual care of the animals and, assistance with food or whatever the foster families need. So it is truly all volunteer, and we just love their team. They actually won the favorite local nonprofit, the For People's Choice, for 2019 at last year's annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival. So congratulations to them on that. The other one that we work with and have worked with for years, it stands for Kindness in Doing Service. And I just love their mission. It's a dual mission. First of all, they encourage volunteerism in the community and encourage your supporters to volunteer even with other nonprofits, and then to get people to sponsor them by donating to kids campaigns. Second part of their mission, which is to assist families that are living with the challenges of pediatric cancer. Both of those nonprofits are all volunteer managed and just wonderful, worthy nonprofits. So if you're looking to support in the community, the Benevolution Foundation appreciates donations, and so does Bailey's Way Rescue Group and the Kids Campaign team. And you can donate with your time too. So there's always that. It's either time or dimes. It's always valuable and should always be appreciated. So let's get into empowering our community. I was looking at, now there are some obstacles that come with being a serial volunteer, and I just want to review how to keep yourself motivated. First of all, volunteering for a nonprofit mission or appreciative leaders is always very important. And it's what we try to teach the nonprofit leaders that we work with. It's appreciating a volunteer, because volunteers are priceless. You couldn't pay anybody what they're worth as volunteers. So that's top of the line. Make sure you're volunteering with an organization or a group of people who truly appreciate the few minutes that you can offer to their mission in the community. And it really, even a few minutes matters. A few minutes matters. Last week, we talked about the way you could help out with social media. If you're following, you can even help out a few a week in our community if you follow their pages and make sure to pay attention to your notifications. And when they post something, an upcoming event, if you click on that notification and you want to like the post, you definitely want to go to the event and make sure that nonprofit you're going to want to try to attend their events, as many of them as possible. If you're not available to attend, what I would like to encourage you to do is at least put down that you're interested in the event. And why do you want to do that? Because Facebook, the way Facebook works is it will notify your friends that you are interested in the event. And when the event gets closer, it will also send a message out to everyone in your friends list that there are some upcoming events that their friends are interested in. So it just helps to spread the word. It saves money on marketing of that event, and it helps inspire your friends too. Now, the second thing that you can do for the nonprofit, especially if they're having an event, is to directly invite your friends. Maybe you know of a few people who are interested in a certain topic, for example, animal rescue. If you're following the Bailey's Way Facebook page and you let them know that you're getting, that you're interested in the event, or if you're going, what you also can do is click on the share button inside the event, and there's an option called Invite Friends. You want to select that option, and a pop-up window will come up that will enable you to directly invite your friends. All you do is select the names of the friends that you want to invite to that event, and then you press, there's a button that says send invites. So then you click that, and then they'll get a direct notification about the event. That is a powerful, powerful tool to help your local nonprofit. It can be done in less than 5 minutes. I kid you not. It sounds complicated. It really isn't. If you're a local business owner and you are supporting wanting to help support a certain mission in the community, for example, Kids Campaign, you can go to the event, and especially if you're sponsoring the event, you want to go to their event page and directly add the event to your event page. Don't start a new event for it, because that weakens the message of the event and distracts the attendees that really should be going directly to the nonprofit's event. I do want to suggest to nonprofit leaders to always give a shout out to your sponsors individually or in groups, albums in your events that they are sponsoring. That enables the people that are interested in attending your events to actually know who our small business leaders are in the community who are sponsoring your event or your nonprofit. And it allows your neighbors to have that option to shop local for good with the small businesses who are actually supporting worthy local nonprofits. So for the small business owners that are sponsoring an upcoming event, what you want to do is you want to go to that event page, and you want to select the 3 dots that are right next to more in the event page. And then you'll have the option to add the event to your page. That is going to just directly add the event to your Facebook business page. So it'll let your customers, your followers, your friends and family know that you are actually a fan of that nonprofit and that you are definitely sponsoring and giving back to the community. It's just a great way to show your support in another way to the nonprofit that you're already sponsoring. So let's go over a few things about facing our critics, because this is a topic that I hear from people on many occasions. Successful people, especially successful people, are often targeted by those who may not, well, they may be jealous. Let's just be real about it. Most of the time, rocks are being thrown at you or obstacles are being thrown in your way. And what I want to encourage you to do is not let them beat you down. What you want to do is just collect up those rocks as nuggets of information that you store. Now, and you know what? Often, sometimes the critics have a point to make. So don't shut them out all the way. Just collect the rocks that are being thrown and build yourself a monument of success in the community. These motivational topics are coming, our suggestions are coming from someone that I was listening to this week. His name is Robin Sharma. So if you want to look him up, his videos are pretty phenomenal. One of the things that he says is every critic is a dreamer that got scared. He's really big on recognizing that fear is holding you back and basically practicing doing things that scare you. I had a friend of mine a couple months ago mention that I just don't give up. And it comes from being having experience with a lot of overcoming the obstacles. So, and success doesn't come without failure. Will Smith basically said it the best. He's like, fail often and fail forward. And what you have to understand is you've got to not be afraid of that word failure. Failure is just a way of learning a lesson. You can fail on a massive scale. You can fail on smaller scales, but you always want to make sure your passion has to be terminated. Learn the lesson, overcome the obstacle, and then move on. Failure can mean losing money. Failure can mean that you have to pivot and go in a different direction. And the different direction that you're heading in may be not the right direction altogether, but eventually you find that if you keep moving forward, you're going to break through and be all the better for it. So basically, what he also says is when you get really good, you're going to have to recognize that there will be some people who will be intimidated by your success. Those may be your unreasonable critics. Those may be, they may be friends that you are going to have to take a step back from. It's happened to me quite a few times in my life where people who I've trusted and thought were in my tribe tended to not necessarily be on the same page in their life. And you have to recognize that the time is and they are valuable. And you really, really, really need to surround yourself with people who are motivated, who will build you up, who will also critique you. You have to be able to accept positive criticism of, especially if they're people that care about you. So learning to recognize the people that empower your path is a life skill that, in all full disclosure, has taken me over 50 years to get to the point. 2019 is definitely going to be a much different year. I'm looking forward to building upon a tribe of amazing individuals that have surrounded me and kept my family going through the obstacles of launching a small business in 2017, of going through several pivots of the Shop Local for Good mission in our community. The mission has remained the same. The mission is to encourage you, our neighbors, to shop locally with the small business families that are reinvesting back into the nonprofits that are doing the work on the street to help our neighbors in need. It's pretty simple. Shop locally with the small business owners who are giving back to our community. That empowers your shopping dollars on a level that's much more than any Amazon Smile donation. It also helps your neighbors who work hard every day to keep their brick and mortar doors open or just to keep their online businesses open. I want to encourage you to understand that even your direct sales friends are business owners. That's all up to them. Now they do have a dear direct sales friend of mine, Gabby Lyons. She's with It Works. I see how hard that she works. She believes in the product that actually my daughter and I are on. It Works is a plant-based nutrition product that just helps so many people with keeping up their health. And Gabby is very passionate about it because she started out with It Works as a customer as well. And it really, if you've listened to our past show where she was a guest, it actually brought her out of the depression after her husband passed away. And she saw how powerful it could be. And she decided that she wanted a life where she could spend more time with her daughter. And, It Works as a company supports that passion for her in her life. We love Gabby. She's also the market manager at the Market Space for Good for our outdoor markets. So we love Gabby and her family. We really appreciate. It was probably a year. She kept hearing how exhausted I was running a small business, managing nonprofit fundraisers, and just being a mom of 3 kids. And I, every once in a while I'd throw it out there that I was kind of exhausted. And Gabby, just as a friend, she's like, I know you're exhausted, and I just want you to try this amazing program that I'm on. And she's not the hard sell person. She just believes in how it helps people because it helped her. And so always fantastic. And the dark greens. And then we moved into just recently the Collagen Works, which if you suffer from insomnia, which I have suffered from insomnia since I worked the 3rd shift about 20 years ago, because my body got into the habit of being awake all night. If you have trouble sleeping, I highly recommend the Collagen Works because it helps your body to get rest. Real rest, by the way. I wake up before my alarm, which shows you that you are actually sleeping and you don't need a very annoying and loud buzzer to wake you up, right, Lorena? Or a mom that says, "It's time for the show. Get up." All right. Let's go back into motivation. Robert Sharma says the job of great art is to disrupt the status quo. Now, when you're disrupting the status quo, when you are thinking outside the box, when you are an outside the box thinker, which I have lived my entire life and can tell you 100% that not everybody is going to get you. Not everybody is going to get what your mission is. For it, just as an example, I love the game of chess. My son, when he was young, actually was in tournaments. So I trained him in chess. He's chess to me can be applied to a lot of life situations. So if you're working with me and you're not quite understanding the direction I'm going in, what you want to know is I've already thought out 3 or 4 or even 5 steps ahead. And sometimes it's hard for people to keep up with me. Right, Lorena? Now, here's what I want you to do. I love it when people ask questions. We have got some events coming up. One is on January 18th. It's the 600 Block Rocks Works and Words of Art. And we're having it on the beautiful patio, the private patio of Station Square Creative Suites. That's where the Market Space for Good is located. Going back to thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead, we want to give a shout out to the Downtown Clearwater Merchants Association and Downtown Clearwater CRA teams. The Merchants Association, the members of that, the Downtown Clearwater Fine Art Walk, that is going to be happening the same evening as the 600 Block Rocks Works and Words of Art showcase. We are going to be showcasing local artists, local handcrafters. We're going to have some local authors return. They were there last Saturday. Karen Wright read some of her poems. We want to give a big thank you to Dark Horse Florida Publishing for being a member of the Market Space for Good and a member of the local author showcase that is inside the Market Space for Good Creative Suite. That is open Tuesday through Sunday. We open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. with the exception of Saturdays when we open at 10 a.m. during our community market that is also held on the patio. So we got lots of events coming up. Once again, we are still seeking emerging and enthusiastic artists, artisans, handcrafters, and entrepreneurs for our Market Space for Good community markets. Those are every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have the special event this Friday on January 18th from 4 to 9. That's the 600 Block Rocks Works and Words of Art Showcase, which we are looking for artists, artisans, handcrafters. If you're an entrepreneur of local products, please contact the Shop Local for Good team, or you can go to the event on Shop Local for Good Facebook page, go to our events page, and click on the link of the event page for the 600 Block Works and Words of Art Showcase. And we have the inquiry form, the link to the inquiry form listed in that event. I hope. If it's not, it will be right after the show. I'll make sure it's in there. The 18th, the evening of the 18th is going to be fantastic. So let me tell you let me give you the plan of action. You can park in the Station Square Creative Suites parking garage, which the entrance is on Laura Street, and it's free. It's a covered parking garage. Then you can come straight through onto the patio because the 600 Block Rocks Works and Words of Art Showcase, we start actually an hour early. We're starting our showcase an hour early before the Fine Art Walk that is going to be all up and down Cleveland Street. So come by that event that is being put on by the Market Space for Good and tour. You can grab a cup of keto coffee. We're working on getting some food out there. You can meet and greet with the authors and the artists that are going to be available. You can also tour our indoor creative suite, which actually showcases over 20 small businesses and their products, because the Market Space for Good is an entrepreneur incubator. We offer hashtag more than a shelf to our entrepreneurs in the community. We offer, when I say we, that's Shop Local for Good, our team offers a retail space, a shelf in a retail space to enthusiastic local entrepreneurs who have a passion to serve our community and a passion to work together as a team to grow each other's businesses. So you can come into the Market Space for Good all week or during our special events, and you can purchase things like Aunt Nisi's fruit butters that are fantastic. You will throw out all the jars of jelly in your refrigerator. Trust me. Switch over to Aunt Nisi's fruit butters. They're lower in the glycemic index, and they just taste fantastic. We had a tasting of the peach mango butter this past Saturday, and it's a hit. Shout out to Aunt Nisi, who is listening. Probably, you're going to need to restock. Just saying, the peach mango. And then we've got DJ's Homemade Salsa. It's locally crafted, locally made. He's a fantastic guy that was actually a big sponsor. Aunt Nisi was a sponsor of the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival. She donated the gift basket for his campaign. DJ's Homemade Salsa was a big sponsor of the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival. You can get all his salsas at the Market Space for Good. DJ sponsored the Bailey's Way Rescue Group gift basket, along with Pets Unlimited, who also offered some unique items in a basket that Donnie designed and filled with fantastic salsas and all kinds of fun things. So you can find his salsas. We have Aramel Apothecary. She is a local nurse that actually works so much that she's unable to do markets. So she actually has 2 shelves at the Market Space for Good. She's a special dispensation. One of the shelves is all of her gift baskets and gift bags with her locally produced essential oil, natural-based personal care products. So she has shower steamers. She has soaps, lotions, deodorant. She has sprays. If you do yoga, she's got like a yoga mat deodorizer. She's also got Don't Bug Me. The Don't Bug Me spray works phenomenal. If you are the person that sits in a room and with a bunch of people and there's one mosquito and that mosquito gets all over you, yeah, you're going to want to get Aramel Apothecary's Don't Bug Me spray because it works, because I'm that person. Now, mind you, I also use all of the products that we have in the store. So we actually bought Whispers of the Waters to read to Granny. After hearing Karen read her poetry, my daughter has really gotten big into it. We've already read the Unicorn Manifesto by Destiny. Granny was a big fan of that. And so we moved on to Whispers of the Waters. That's a collection of poetry by Gulfport writers. These are local writers and a local publishing company that you will be supporting by purchasing the books. The books are available at our local author showcase. If you are a local author in the community and you'd like to be in the local author showcase, we encourage you to reach out to Dark Horse Florida Publishing to see if you can connect with their team and get a space on the shelf. So we really appreciate Tom Cuba and his support of the Market Space for Good mission. And he's a hard worker that is also an outside the box thinker. And we appreciate all that he does in the community. So you can also find their team on Wednesday evenings at the Sumitra Lounge in Gulfport. But for the North Pinellas County visitors, you want to come out January 18th for the 600 block walk, Works and Words of Art, because the Dark Horse Florida Publishing authors will be out there doing live poetry readings and live short story readings from 4 to 9. So once again, we are doing that event as a takeoff from all the people that will be visiting. For example, you can also visit Stacy Krupa's Fine Art Gallery while you're at the Station Square Creative Suites because she's our neighbor. She's our fantastic neighbor. She's also helping organize this event. There's lots of fun things to do on Cleveland Street, lots of great restaurants, lots of hardworking families that to make it a unique date night and come out for the downtown Clearwater Fine Art Walk every third Friday starting in January. Make sure you come out to the launch because I hear there's some really specials going on with the merchants that are involved with the Downtown Clearwater Merchants Association. It's just a fantastic group of people who work really hard every day to build our community and empower our community with family-friendly and fun activities and great date nights for all of you who are looking for a unique thing. Now, we do want to let you know that the DALI virtual reality experience started on my birthday, by the way, y'all. That's pretty cool. It started this past Thursday, January 10th. That is currently open all the way down at the 300 block. So what you want to do is start out at 600 with the Market Space for Good and Stacy Krupa's Fine Art Gallery and just get inspired about all the fine art. And you can even buy a gift for your date if you want from the Shop Local for Good, Market Space for Good, retail space, or our event out on the Station Square, the beautiful patio of Station Square Suites. So start out with us at 4. It's the actual event starts at 5, but start out with us at 4. Get an early start. Get your garage parking space early. Now the parking garage is off Flora Street. I mentioned that, right, Lorena? Okay. So basically, if you're on Cleveland Street heading towards the beach, I'm going to give you Florida Girl directions. If you're on Cleveland Street heading towards the beach, you take a right on Garden Avenue, and then your first right is Hendricks Street. If you stay to the right, that's Laura Street. The parking garage is the second parking garage on the right. There is no parking garages on the left. It's the second parking garage. Do not park in the Bank of America parking garage. They don't appreciate it. Park in the Laura Street parking garage that is attached to Station Square Suites. That's the big, beautiful yellow condominiums that you see on your right when you're driving down Cleveland Street. And I hear there are some spaces available. So if you'd like to be a Market Space for Good neighbor, we want you to contact Ray Casano with Station Square Realty and see, he has some suites available. You could be our neighbor. That would be fun. If you're a small business owner in the community and you're looking for a creative space with a lot of energy and energetic and enthusiastic neighbors, check out Station Square Realty of the Market Space for Good from Karena on Shop Local for Good News. He'll get a kick out of that because we're all a team there at Station Square Creative Suites. And Ray, I will tell you, Ray Casano is a phenomenal manager of the property. So we appreciate him and all that he does and all that he allows for the Benevolution Foundation Shop Local for Good to do. So let's get back to motivation. Now, there are some reasons why, and this is also from, can you tell I was very inspired by Robin Sharma? There are some reasons, he said, these are reasons why good people are unable to overcome. I changed it a little bit. He said there are reasons why good people fail. Some people they get so afraid of that word failure. They get so afraid of the potential embarrassment or judgment of a society that all too often doesn't understand us outside the box thinkers that they let their fear paralyze them. What I want to encourage you to do is do one thing that scares you a week. Nothing dangerously. Please don't do any of those stupid YouTube things that we see people jumping out of their car and trying to dance along the side of it while you're moving. That's just not right. That'll earn you a Darwin Award is what that'll earn you. What I'm talking about, are you afraid of public speaking? The Clearwater City Council meets every other Thursday, I believe, at least twice a month on Thursday evenings. Look up the city council as if you're a resident of your city. I'm pretty sure all cities are this way. So if you're a resident of your city, you, because of Florida sunshine law, I believe that's the reason why, you as a resident get 3 minutes to speak about anything that you want. I want to encourage you to look up your next city council meeting, especially if you're afraid of public speaking. I want you to practice a minute, just a minute. It sounds like it's a little bit of time. I want you to practice a minute speech that you can get up and speak in front of your city council about a nonprofit up there. You tell them your name, where you live. You want to thank your city council leaders for serving your community. And then you let them know that the Shop Local for Good news team, Karena, if you want to, that Karena encouraged you to spend a minute of your time letting your neighbors know in your city. Now, this is where you fill in the blank. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to talk to my neighbors in Clearwater at the next city council meeting about upcoming events that we have in downtown Clearwater. I want to encourage my neighbors to come downtown to Clearwater and get to know the small businesses. They are amazing people. They offer amazing products, and they work hard in our community. You want to support our neighbors. So, see, that took less than a minute. I want to encourage my neighbors to support the Benevolution Foundation, who has a passion to help support locally focused nonprofits who are truly on the street helping our neighbors in need. That's 15 seconds. It's not as scary as you think. The city council meetings are broadcast live. People do watch those videos. You will be doing amazing work for yourself by facing your fear of speaking, if that's your fear. You'll be growing. You'll be empowering your community by helping to sponsor or helping to give a shout out to a small business owner who you know personally that's giving back to your community. You'll be helping, say, a nonprofit that you may be a serial volunteer of. That is priceless for these people who care deeply about empowering our community and work very, very hard every day and growing opportunities for even more neighbors to become active community members. So practice walking among your fears. You want to become more comfortable amongst your discomfort. Once again, this is Robert Sharma speaking, but he was just speaking to me this week. I got to tell you, I do want you to know that it's not going to be easy. You've got to practice. And then once you practice, during your practice, you may consider your first attempt, your second attempt, your third attempt, even your 10th attempt. You may be a harsher critic on yourself than others. Surround yourself with people who give you positive feedback. It may be suggestions on how to do something different. Don't take it as harsh criticism. Take it as one of those stones that you are going to be building a monument with if it comes from a critic. If it comes from a friend, take it as a brick. in your brick and mortar that you're building in the community. Take it as a way to learn. Life, the purpose of life is to grow and learn. That's the whole purpose of life, is to grow and learn. You cannot grow and learn unless you are out there challenging yourself to do things differently, to do things different, to do things that make you afraid. So during the last part of our show, I want to announce some exciting news that happened this week. Shop Local for Good was invited to partner with Ruth Eckerd Hall. We are partnering with the Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience team on the Blast Friday events in Clearwater. We have been tasked to build the 600 block of Cleveland Street with amazing vendors, food vendors, market vendors, and add hopefully to, I've got an idea for an activity that I sent them a proposal for to the 600 block of Cleveland Street. If you don't know where the 600 block is, that's actually where the Market Space for Good is located. It's also where Station Square City Park is located. That will be open for Blast Friday. Blast Friday is this month. It starts in January, runs till May. It's on January 25th. So you have this Friday, January 18th, that is the 600 block Rocks, Works and Words of Art. That is going to be the showcase during the Fine Art Walk, the Downtown Clearwater Fine Art Walk that is being sponsored by, I didn't turn down my volume on my phone, that is being sponsored by the Downtown Clearwater Merchants Association and the Downtown Clearwater CRA. Much, much love to all the merchants that are in the membership, because they are going to have specials at all their businesses. So you want to keep an eye out for announcements in that event. Once again, that's the Downtown Clearwater Fine Art Walk. It's the third Friday of every month, starting in January. That is January 18th. And then the last Friday of every month, January through May, is Blast Friday. This month is featuring Fastball, a phenomenal band. I'm so excited. They will be at the Tampa Bay Times stage, and then on East Avenue in Cleveland Street, that's by the Clearwater Post Office, that will be a local band that they are going to be showcasing. So once again, Shop Local for Good is seeking enthusiastic market vendors and enthusiastic food trucks that are interested in being a part of Blast Friday and helping to get our greater Tampa Bay people to downtown Clearwater to have lots of fun on the 600 block of Cleveland Street. So we are honored, completely honored, to be partnering with Ruth Eckerd Hall on the vendor management for the 600 block of Cleveland. Once again, that is where the Clearwater Post Office is located, Station Square City Park, and the Bank of America building. We are going to pack that street with some fantastic food vendors and some amazing market vendors. And we invite your family to come out January 25th. The event starts on January 25th from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Lots of amazing food on the other blocks as well. Shop Local for Good is not managing the vendors on the 400 and 500 block, but it's going to be 3 blocks of activity. We're just really, really motivated to get you to come to the 600 block, because we're going to have a blast on the 600 block, because the 600 block rocks, I've heard. That's also a page on Facebook. So if you are a small business in the community and you want to showcase your business at any of our upcoming events, you can either send us a message on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page, or you can email Karena at shoplocalforgood.com, or you can send a message through our website. Yes, we have a website. It's called shoplocalforgoodnews.com. That is shoplocalforgoodnews.com. We also have shoplocalforgood.com. That's more simple to remember. We truly appreciate everybody that joined us on our Facebook Live today. We air our Monday Motivation every Monday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We go live on our Shop Local for Good Facebook page beginning at 8 a.m., give you some insider tips on how to empower yourself in the community. We greatly appreciate all of our subscribers to the Shop Local for Good YouTube channel, because what Ed is doing for us, our amazing producer, is he is also broadcasting live on the Tan Talk Radio Network's YouTube channel. So we're all over the place thanks to the Tan Talk Radio Network. We want to give a shout out to Lola and her team. She's phenomenal for offering local radio airtime for people who are passionate about community. And we want to inspire you to come out to downtown Clearwater Friday night. And then Saturday morning is the community market, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have all kinds of local products showcased on the Station Square private patio. That is 628 Cleveland Street. Make sure you visit the Market Space for Good, 628 Cleveland Street, right next to the city park, in the beautiful Station Square Creative Suites. We are in Suite 11. So what you want to do is walk in from the sidewalk on Cleveland Street, go straight back to your left, and the Market Space for Good is right next to the kitchen. So come on in during the week. Say hi to Lorena May. She manages the Market Space during the morning, and she loves getting visitors, especially visitors that shop local for good, because we know every single one of the families that are in there, and they appreciate when you get your specialty food or moringa products from the Market Space for Good. Well, an hour goes by quick. This is Shop Local for Good News, Monday Motivation. I'm Karena Morrison, joining the Tan Talk Radio Network and airing live next Monday. And we look forward to seeing you in the community in downtown Clearwater at the Market Space for Good. That is 628 Cleveland, Tuesday through Sunday, and we open at 11 a.m. Have a great week, everybody, and stay motivated.